Every concert ticket you bought since 2020 had a theft inside. $1.72. Skimmed off every primary ticket at the big venues. That's not a fan theory, it's a finding. A federal jury in Manhattan counted it, wrote it on a verdict form, and hung it on Michael Rapinoe's Live Nation. Julie Barfus is a mom in Utah. On Era's tour presale day, she tried 41 times, 10 hours in a queue that kept spitting her back out. She got nothing. When she finally reached a seat, it wanted $1,400. That same year, Rapinoe's pay came in at $139 million, 5,414 times the median person at his company. His own shareholders voted the package down. He kept it. The vote's only advisory. So tonight, Ticketmaster's on trial. 4 charges from me, then something this channel has never had. A real verdict. 5 counts, a real jury, April 15th, 2026 on screen by the end. Stay past it, because losing might be the cheapest thing that ever happens to them. Charge 1. Look at what you actually pay. In 2023, The Cure put seats on sale for $20. Then fans hit checkout, and on some of those tickets, the fees came out bigger than the ticket itself. They arrive in a stack: service fee, facility charge, order processing. Government auditors sampled the primary market and found fees averaged 27% of the ticket price. Top of the range, 56. The FTC's number, years later, mandatory fees add 24 to 44%. Smith posted the moment it landed in capital letters. "I am as sickened as you all are by today's Ticketmaster fees debacle." Then, the artist has no way to limit them. He asked how the fees were justified. Days later, Ticketmaster agreed many were unduly high and offered $10 back per ticket. If $10 can just be handed back on request, what was it ever for? Now multiply. Between 2019 and 2024, people put $82.6 billion through Ticketmaster. $16.4 billion of that was fees. Not the band, not the room, the privilege of getting in. That's the meter. Here's the question the trial actually turned on. Why is there only ever one meter? Charge 2. The Justice Department has a word for the machine taken from inside the company. Flywheel. Capture fees from fans. Spend that money locking artists into exclusive promotion deals. Use the artists to sign venues into long-term exclusive ticketing contracts, which starts the cycle again. 60% of concert promotions at major venues. Over 80% of their primary ticketing. The complaint's phrase: gatekeeper for the delivery of nearly all live music in America today. The exclusive contract is the trick. Your fee doesn't all go to Ticketmaster. A cut goes to the venue, advances, signing payments for locking that building's ticketing up for years. The venue gets paid to shut the door. You pay for the lock. Nobody else bids. Then the artist half. Live Nation owns the amphitheaters. If you want to play them, Live Nation would also like to promote your tour. Those two things, welded together, became counts 3 and 4. And in June 2025, it leaked. The DOJ signed a non-prosecution agreement with Oakview Group, a giant arena operator. Buried in it, OVG had been taking undisclosed payments tied to ticket sales from a company the document only calls Company B, for steering venue owners toward one ticketing platform. Reporters who read it identified Company B as Ticketmaster. Its founder, Tim Lewek, was indicted in 2025 in a separate bid rigging case. Here's the part I can't get past. In 2010, the government let them merge, not blindly on conditions. A 10-year consent decree banning exactly this. No punishing venues that pick a rival ticketer. No making concerts conditional on a Ticketmaster contract. That was the promise. In December 2019, the DOJ went back and found they'd violated it repeatedly over years. The penalty for breaking a decree, a longer decree. In May 2024, the government stopped negotiating. Their own line: it is time to break up Live Nation Ticketmaster. 14 years of regulators arguing with this company and nothing moved. What finally moved it wasn't a regulator, it was a presale. November 15, 2022. The Eras Tour verified fan presale. Julie Barfus sat down in Utah and got a machine that kept throwing her out. Errors, recue, errors. 10 hours. 2 days later, the general sale was canceled outright. Not delayed, canceled. Taylor Swift broke her silence on the 18th. It's excruciating for me to just watch mistakes happen with no recourse. Her fans, she said, felt like they'd gone through several bear attacks to get tickets. Ticketmaster blamed bots and unprecedented demand. That's their account. They were also the ones running the queue. The anger didn't stay with Swifties. That December, Zach Bryan named a live album "All My Homies Hate Ticketmaster." His reason: working-class people should still be able to afford tickets to shows. 2 months later, Christopher Phillips shut down Backstreets, the Springsteen fanzine he'd published for 43 years, over what tickets had become. His readers, he wrote, were dispirited, downhearted, and yes, disillusioned. 43 years of loving one band ended by a checkout page. Those Springsteen shows are where platinum pricing got famous. Summer of 2022, seats floated past $4,000. Same seat, same night. The price moved because the demand did. Barfus became lead plaintiff. Her lawyer, Jennifer Kinder, is a Dallas attorney and a Swift fan who'd spent 9 hours in the same queue. Her line has aged well. Ticketmaster messed with the wrong fan base. The presale got them a Senate hearing. What happened next got them a jury, and then somebody tried to buy that jury away. Charge 4, September 18, 2025. With the antitrust case already heading for trial, the FTC opens a second front in California with 7 state attorneys general. Different accusation. This one's the screen itself. Advertise one price, charge another at the end, and the ticket limits. The FTC alleges Ticketmaster knowingly let brokers blow past those limits, using thousands of fake accounts and proxy IPs, then sold the same brokers its own resale software to flip the tickets back. FTC Chairman Andrew Ferguson, unhedged. You can't screw ordinary American consumers who just want to go to a baseball game or a concert, so that brokers can make massive profits and Ticketmaster can share in those profits. March 2026. The trial opens in Manhattan in front of Judge Aaron Subramanian, and days in, days, the terms go public. The DOJ has settled $280 million into a fund, a 15% cap on service fees at their own venues, an 8-year decree, 13 amphitheater booking agreements sold off, and no breakup. Live Nation keeps Ticketmaster. Rapinoe's statement that day. Today marks a major step in improving the concert experience for artists and fans throughout the United States. The judge trying the case called being cut out of that process entirely unacceptable. 6 states took the money and went home, about $18.5 million between them. New Jersey's Attorney General, Jennifer Davenport, said the deal doesn't adequately fix the harm Live Nation has done to the marketplace. 33 states and the District of Columbia walked back into that courtroom without the federal government behind them. Now the defense properly, because it's real. Live Nation settled admitting nothing, and the same DOJ that wrote it is time to break up Live Nation Ticketmaster signed a deal leaving the company whole. The government itself decided a breakup wasn't necessary. The fee isn't all theirs. Venues take a cut, and they sign those contracts willingly. Bruce Springsteen defended his own dynamic pricing in public, and the overcharge here is $1.72 on a $100 ticket under 2%. A verdict under appeal isn't a settled fact. That's their case. It isn't nothing. 33 states, no federal backup, 5 counts on the form. Here's what 12 people did with it.
Before I read this, if you think a company should answer for how it makes its money, not just whether it can afford the fine, that's what we do here every week. Subscribe and put your own verdict in the comments. Rounding error or robbery? April 15th, 2026. Count 1, monopolizing ticketing at major concert venues. Liable. Count 2, monopolizing concert ticketing. Liable. Count 3, the large amphitheaters. Liable. Count 4, tying the promotion business to those amphitheaters. Liable. Count 5, Live Nation controlling all of it. Liable. 5 for 5. Then the number the jury wrote themselves. $1.72 of overcharge on every primary ticket at those venues from May 2020 through 2024. Here's my verdict, and it's harder than the jury's. $1.72 sounds like nothing. That's the defense. It's also the point. Nobody riots over $1.72. You can't feel it. You'd never sue over it. That's what the machine is for. It takes an amount too small to fight from a crowd too big to count on the receipt in daylight for 5 straight years because you had nowhere else to buy. 41 attempts, capital letters from a man who only wanted $20 tickets, a magazine closed after 43 years. That's what $1.72 looks like when you're the one paying it. And they wrote the last receipt themselves. Live Nation booked $450 million against this. Their profit for the first half of this year fell to $22.9 million. A year earlier, $349.
Because a verdict isn't a sentence, the jury decided they did it. It didn't decide what happens to them. That's the remedies phase, and breaking the company apart is still on the table in front of the same judge who called that settlement unacceptable. Post-trial motions were argued on July 31st. Live Nation plans to appeal. Nobody close to it expects a final answer before 2028. And the second front's still open. California puts that $16.4 billion in fees in front of a different court. Live Nation asked a judge to throw it out, calling the case egregious overreach. As of the last public filing, undecided. A certified class of fans is coming separately. Senator Amy Klobuchar hasn't moved an inch. A breakup is the only way live events get affordable again. Here's where it stands. Ticketmaster lost. Ticketmaster is still Ticketmaster. Next time the fees stack up under the price and you pay them anyway, remember a jury has measured that stack and named the part that shouldn't be there. $1.72. Numbers as of August 2026, filings linked below. Courts adjourned. Next on trial, the CEOs who cut 36,000 jobs to replace them with AI wrote down exactly why, and then started quietly hiring the humans back.